Well, thank you all, and thank you for being here for this special day for Jim. And Deanne's here too, and we're going to give just a short little sequence of how this all came about. 2 years ago, exactly 2 years ago this month, we purchased this building, and it had, the first time we saw it 4 years ago, right? 4
Yeah.
years ago, we said, no, it's too much work.
We walked in and we were like, money pit.
But 2 years later, it was still on the market and $500,000 cheaper, and so it looked a lot better. And so we started immediately when we moved in. We had all the windows removed because they hadn't been repaired in decades, and they were about to fall out. So we had them removed in anticipation of having them restored, and we started a capital campaign to do that. I wrote a note to Jim about something else, and on the bottom of the note I wrote, I think you should have a window in your name too. The next day I got a phone call that said, well, how much would that be and which window can I have? And so we moved right into creation of these windows. It's the only thing we've really been able to do while we're waiting for city permits amid COVID, but the windows have all come back as you're sitting around and watching them. Jim's is in the vestibule at the top of the stairs here, so you can't see it at the moment, but I'm going to show you what the window looked like when we bought the building. This was that window at the top of the stairs, and it was very dark. It had missing glass, it had broken glass, the support bars were falling out, literally falling out. So we had it removed, and with Jim's help, we reimagined it. He went out to the stained glass studio with us, and this is what it looks like today. So we call it our Easter window, and we call it our sunrise window. It is truly remarkable, and Jim is very much inside of it. Before COVID hit, Jim, we didn't know that we'd be able to do this interactively, so I said to you, you have to come in and you have to record the story he told me about manifestation and for this window. So we have it on tape. We're going to show you a little clip of it before we invite Jim to say a word about why he said yes to my request. So, Jim.
I'm delighted to have the opportunity to sponsor the restoration of this marvelous stained glass window. And the inscription on the bottom reads, "Thoughts become things." The entire mantra for that truth goes like this: an end result visualized with expectation will always force the circumstances necessary to cause its manifestation, no matter how unlikely those circumstances may have previously seemed. This visualization manifestation process really works. 11 years ago, I had a strong desire to visit the Taj Mahal. I knew about visualization, I knew how it worked, and I knew how to do it. So I went to my visualization throne, which is a chair in my living room, and for 5 minutes every day, I visited the Taj Mahal. I was there. I noticed the symmetry of the structure. I noticed the white marble walls. I climbed the steps, and I felt the encrusted stones in the interior of the walls. I was there. And I gave gratitude to the universe that I was present at the Taj Mahal. At no time during this process did I ever wonder how this was going to happen. The hows are not our responsibility. The hows are the responsibility of the universe. Our only responsibility is to visualize the end result with expectation. And I was doing that. After about 2 months of doing that, the phone rang, and it was my friend Mart Bailey, who is a travel agent. And she said, Jimmy, I'm so excited. She said, last week I attended a gathering of travel agents, and they had a raffle. And the grand prize for the raffle was a 2-week tour of India, all expenses paid. And the last day of the tour is to be in Agra, and that's where the Taj Mahal is located. She said, have you ever given any thought to traveling to India? And I said, the thought has crossed my mind. She said, Jimmy, would you like to be the person to go with me, to be the second person, to be my travel companion on this wonderful 2-week trip to India? And I said, my bags are packed. So off we went, Mart Bailey and Jim Johnson, to India. And sure enough, the last day of the tour was in Agra. And there it was, just as I had visualized it, the Taj Mahal. Now I'm going to repeat the mantra, and this time I want you to realize that the end result is being present at the Taj Mahal. An end result, visualized with expectation, will always force the circumstances necessary to cause its manifestation, no matter how unlikely those circumstances may have previously seemed. Thoughts become things. Now, as you leave the sanctuary this morning, you will notice that marvelous stained glass window. And you'll notice the inscription at the bottom, thoughts become things. And you will realize that you are a powerful person. Whatever it is that you want to accomplish, you can do it. However you want things to turn out, that's the way it will be. You can create it, just as I did. And the reason that you're able to do that is because your thoughts become things.
Whatever it is you want to accomplish, you can do it. So, Jim, before we formally dedicate this window, I want you to be able to say a couple words about why you said yes. What was in your mind?
Well, when you invited me to participate in the reconstruction of the windows, I jumped right on it, and I was delighted to do it for 2 reasons. One, for the beauty of the church, and 2, because I wanted one of the windows to be inscribed, thoughts become things, because I wanted it to be a reminder to you, every time you see the window, that whatever it is that you want to accomplish, you can do so because your thoughts become things.
So now I'm going to invite Deanne to bless this window and Jim and dedicate it for us.
So we're going to take a breath right now and just breathe into that space, that place that is the wholeness, that is the love, that is the light, that is the grace that we all are. Oh, how good it is to come together as we dedicate this window. We dedicate it from the very foundation of our teaching. We dedicate it from the awareness that thoughts become things, that which is speaking, guiding, sourcing, expressing as us, that in our yes, the way is made, a way that is the sunrise, a way that is new beginnings, a way that is this place within us where all things are possible. So I bless Jim, I bless this window, and I bless its continual reminder that thoughts become things. Yes, we are that powerful, and so it is. Amen. Amen. Ashe.
Well, thank you once again for Jim Johnson.